Welcome everyone to Skyrim mod of the day, and this is a big one, so strap in and prepare yourselves. It's called Colourful Magic, and it certainly is. Now, this adds 63 unique spells, which are mostly destruction, as well as some unique enemies, some magic weapons, shields and items, and you can buy most of these spells from a vendor outside Arcadia's Cauldron called Palette, which I'll show you later. And you can kind of get most of the items from a crafting table nearby. Now, of course, 63 spells, this will take some time. I'm sure you can hear the groans, and there's my little army of 75 Draugrs, just as test subjects. And trust me, some of these spells are pretty, I'm going to say it, pretty awesome. I'll show them one by one, and I'll try and cut out as much shit as possible so this is nice and streamlined, but it's still going to be a long video. Now, real quick before I start, I will say one thing. You guys, well, most of you guys that have subscribed to me for a long time know that I don't really do much magic in Skyrim. I've been an archer in the past, and on the Xbox version I was an archer slash thief. On this version I've just started being a spell sword on my Let's Play, which I will be continuing soon, don't worry. And I've not seen some of the new spells from the newest DLCs, so some of these spells might be similar, so I might seem a bit too shocked over some of these, you never know. Anyway, let's begin. Now, since this mod is mostly destruction spells, I suppose I'll start there first. Now, I'll go alphabetical order down the list, and the first one is called Absolute Zero. And as you can see, targets take 40 points of frost damage for 20 seconds, plus stamina damage ice form effect. The author does not speak English at all, so it's all been translated. Anyway, this is a master level spell with a cost of 913 magicka. Of course, I am in god mode. Right, let's move down here real quick, because these Draugrs will be affected by it. So I'll show you it without Draugrs. You get a nice levitation. Again, I assume this is one of the DLC's levitations, or in the actual game. Not a magic guy. That's the high level, so I'm not really sure of it. But as you can see, that's got a pretty, wide area of effect. And it does look kind of cool. Now, let's go over here and do this, the actual Draugrs. As you can see, I already killed one by accident. They're aggroing a bit fast. There we go, and it pretty much covers 75 Draugrs. So it's quite a powerful spell, but it is master level. It does take 1,000 magicka almost, and it's pretty much craft. Or I should say, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, in first person, as you can see, it looks amazing. I mean, you can barely see anything with the spell. It just looks sexy, and that's without an EMB. Yeah, we got some good damage on these Draugrs, but not too much. But again, I believe this is Draugr Rights, and it is on maybe Novice. I think it's Adept or above Expert, so yeah. This one is called Air Blast, and as it says, a blast of wind that does 55 points of damage with a push effect of 35%. Expert level spell, cost of 229 magicka. Of course, this can be dual wielded or single, and it is kind of cool. It doesn't take too long to cast. I fired at the floor there. I better show you from the distance instead. And you can see it's got quite a bit of distance to it, about, I don't know, 20 meters or so. And it looks cool, as it should do. But of course, dual wielding as well will yield a great effect, as you can tell by the sounds and the actual wisps. We'll try this on one Draugr too real quick. As you can see, that guy went fucking flying. Got a few aggroed around me. Try a double effect, and again one guy went flying. So, it looks cool. It does an alright amount of damage on this difficulty level, so let's move on. Now, here we have a badass spell. I remember testing this earlier on, Apocalypse, and as the name suggests, it's a master spell costing 664, a big explosion for 150 points of damage in a 100-foot radius. It does more damage to closer targets, and it can be dual wielded or single. Now, I tested this earlier on. I tested it in the actual smoke area, the modding area where you can get all the items in the game. And it looked pretty massive, I have to admit. So let's try one in the open. I can't seem to cast it for some reason. I think it takes quite a while to charge, actually. That's probably why. There we go. It just takes long. Some of these, as you can imagine, being such a powerful spell. The actual shockwave, look at that. Come on, that is apocalyptic, if anything. I mean, let's try and charge a double spell real quick. I'll show you first person while it's doing it, just to show the effects. That looks pretty damn good. It's definitely colourful magic. Let's see if it'll get to that cliff over there. That's dual effect, if it'll make it. Hopefully it will. Seems like it's going to make it. I mean, come on, that is pretty damn crazy. that is crazy. Now let's try it on these Draugrs. I'm not being too hopeful for these guys, but let's go ahead and try it. This should be fun. Oh yes, dual wielding of course. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Holy crap. A dust cloud, Draugrs? Draugrs? I'm pretty sure we have no survivors. Oh, we have one. Yeah, one lucky son of a bitch, isn't that right? Really lucky. This one is called Blitz. That is a lightning that does 24 points of shock damage to health and magicka per second. It also decreases the target's magicka regeneration by 100% for 5 seconds. Not that powerful as you can expect, being a novice spell with 58 cost per second. Now let me show you this. I'll do it single hand first, as you can see. Looks alright, you know. I like it. I like it, of course. Dual wielding sounds much even better. I'm not sure if it's custom sounds this mod. I believe I read something like that. Anyway, we got more Draugrs, fresh Draugrs lined up. And yeah, we've got spindling legs flying everywhere. And stronger than I suggested. Then again, 58, well, practically 60 magic per second. That's kind of a lot, really. You've got shooting magic. What are we doing this? A lot of it's flying ammo instead as well. This next one is kind of one of my favourites, called Blizzard Blast. Now, as you can see if I keep on it, target takes 75 points of frost damage per second to their health. This is a master level spell, cost of 115. Again, I'm in god mode, but you know, I like it for one reason. It reminds me of the Kamehameha, and I'll demonstrate that now. And it is a dual wielding. You've got no choice but that. That, as you can see, is quite powerful, and it goes, you know, goes fairly far, not too far, but that's a good distance. I'm not sure how long you can hold this on, depending on how much magic it says 117, maybe per second, I'm not really sure, probably it's per second, I imagine. But it looks pretty damn cool. It's like, it's just crazy. But let's see what effect it does on these Draugrs. Going the full Kamehameha. Yes. Again, we've got flying legs, a lot of axes. You can't get near me, bitches. Yeah, that's powerful. There is a master level spell. Oh, damn, that's powerful. Hello, Lone Draugr. Aww. Up next, we have nothing really that special called Blue Burst, a fiery explosion for 60 points of damage in a 15-foot radius. Targets on fire take extra damage. Down armor rating 85 points. Adept level spell with a cost of 207 magicka. Now these can be single or dual wielded. Let's show you a single one. As you can see, when you're primed, it looks pretty damn good. Go in first person, and again, yeah, quite colourful. I like the look of it. And that's the effect. Ooh, shit, what happened there? Don't know, Draugr was just manually spawned on, whatever. I'll show you the dual effect before testing on some Draugr. You know, it looks really good. Now, of course, over the course of showing all of these, you will be hearing words like good, cool, awesome, quite a lot, as I imagine, because I've tested them all previously, and they do look that damn good for the most part. So there's not many ways I can describe them, at least not in my vocabulary. You see, told you it was nothing special. Nothing special at all, really. So, let's move on. This one is very similar to the last one, called Blue Firebolt. It looks pretty much the same. It's a blast of blue fire that does 55 points of damage compared to the 60 the last time. Targets take on fire Targets on fire take extra damage, I should say. Down armor rating by 175. Last time it was 85. This time we've got a stagger effect of 40%. It's adept level again, but costs slightly more, 274. Again, single and dual wielding. We've got a raging bushfire down there. That's a single. Yeah, it's not identical, but the effects are kind of cool. How the blue flames like wander off to cast them, as you can see. Pretty damn nice. Now, ooh, I better try my duel on the Draugrs. They're already rushing me. They must be power today. As you can see, it's more like an arrow as well. It kind of goes up in the air and lands. Well, that one didn't, but, you know, the other ones did. They kind of zoned in. Yeah, it looks good, but it's not one of my favourites at all. It's just like eye candy. Pure eye candy. Finally, with the blue flames, we come across one which is weaker by far, but of course this is a constant effect, not a one-shot blast. A gout of blue fire that does 24 points per second. Targets on fire take extra damage as before, down armor rating by 60 points, 45 magic per second, level apprentice. Now, again, dual and single. That's single fire, that's dual fire. Looks the same as the last two pretty much. First person, it looks a lot better, I would say. Let's go try this on some of these Draugrs. Again, not too powerful, but it's a consistent effect, which of course will do some damage, especially with these. Yeah, we're frying quite a few corpses right now. Now, for once, we've got no flying legs, which is kind of bonus. Nah, really, it's disadvantaging it. This time I'll show you these two spells in one go because they are fairly similar. Blue Lightning and Blue Spark. Blue Spark is a novice version of the spell, which somehow, well, this is there, cost 1,000, which it shouldn't do, but whatever, that's kind of messed up. 290 the cost, and that's also 290 as well. Difference is the novice one is a Blue Lightning that does 50 points of shock damage, 2 health. The target can't use magic 15 seconds. That's pretty much the same, besides it's increases 70 points of damage, and it absorbs 150 points of magicka from the targets. That's much better. This is the what's happening down there? This is a better version. The higher magic. Yeah, you can see it's kind of cool. It's good for spell swords, I suppose, especially with the ability to drain magic from your targets. But it takes quite a while to cast, as you can tell. Quite a while. But you notice how I was still receiving magicka there. I was still kind of sparked up. I'll show you the Blue Spark, the weaker version, which looks identical, I believe. I'll do a double version this time, but it looks identical. Once charged, you will start frying yourself. Yeah, looks identical, just much weaker. This one is called Boulder Smash, which is a rock explosion for 250 points of physical damage in a 50-foot radius. Targets on paralysed targets, see, that's what I mean about the translation, that fail to resist are paralysed for 11 seconds. It's a master level spell costing 498 magicka. I'll demonstrate this right now for you. It is, I better zoom out because this is pretty epic. Of course, it's a dual wield mod. I'll aim there. Big ass rock, and then we get loads more rocks. Literally shitloads of rocks come flying out of your ass. And it adds new landscape, although they obviously do disappear after, I think, about 30 seconds or so. More Draugrs line up to face me, I suppose. Anyway, let's kill some Draugrs again. Kind of short, but it's still doing some damage, I believe. Yeah, it's settled on quite a few of them. Let's come on. Next up is Burst Rune. Now, of course, you cast this on a nearby surface, such as a floor, table, whatever the enemy walks over, and once the enemy walks over it, it will explode for 100 points of fire damage, and it also pushes them away quite violently. Expert level spell, 498 magicka. Now, I do like this one as well. It's perfect for setting traps. We've got more Draugrs, of course. I'll just show you on the floor real quick what it looks like. There's also a frost and electric version of this, I believe. Pretty much do the same thing. Dual wielding doesn't really do out with this because you can only have one at a time, of course. Now, this will be a massive explosion, I can imagine. What's happening here? We've got a bit of lag there because like loads of Draugrs spawned out of nowhere. There's like, I think there's more than 75 now. I think they're duplicating. Yeah, they are. Anyway, get ready for a massive explosion. This is going to be quite deadly. Holy hell, I never get tired of that. Yeah, you pretty much wipe out. Everyone's gone. So it's quite a powerful spell, I have to admit, quite powerful. This one's called Burst Stream, and the target takes 75 points of fire damage per second. To health, targets on fire take extra damage. Master level spell, 115 per second, I imagine, as this is similar to the Blizzard Blast. This is or the Blue Burst, I should say, I think. It's basically the Kamehameha one again, just it looks better. I'll demonstrate this for you right now, for the lovely audience. To me, that just looks better. And it does quite a bit of damage, it sets a lot of shit on fire. I'll go in first person mode if it'll let me. There we go, as you can see, it's like an electric fireball. It looks pretty damn good. Now, of course, I've got to try this on my favourite friends over here. I bet some of you guys are wondering why I didn't use time skill. Kentucky Fried Draga. The way it was meant to be eaten. I'm not using time skill because he's got scripts. I can't be asked to save them because of time skills, even though they would be there we go. Pretty damn powerful again, but it is a master spell. And they are burned to death, whatever. A blast of blue fire that does 150 points of damage, especially deadly to dragons. Downs armor rating by 300 points. That's quite powerful for a novice level spell, don't you think? Maybe in the wrong category, but I don't know much about magic in this game. Hey, we got wolf stacking Draugrs. Hey, whatever. Anyway, I'll demonstrate it for you right now. As you can see, the animation in the hand is... oh, it's just sexy. And then it goes when you're charged. Again, it's similar to the blue fire earlier on. I'll try a dual effect on these Draugr. These unsuspecting Draugr, slaughtering poor wolves. You see, not too powerful though when you think about it. It might look like it's going to be powerful, but it's not that powerful. Surprise, surprise. Moving on to Cold Spear, dual wield or single. A spear of ice that does 60 points of frost damage and to health and stamina. 30% ice form effect. Expert 247, and it does go quite far. I demonstrate for you right now. Doesn't take long to charge either. And now it's dual wield on some Draugrs. Basically fires 2. Goddamn wolf every single time. As you can see, not much damage, fairly weak, if I say so myself. But it does paralyze, apparently. This one's an expert level spell costing 498 called Curse of Fire. A fiery explosion for 10 points of damage in a 15-foot radius and a fear effect. Targets on fire take extra damage, the deadly curse, to the target health ravage. Which, of course, makes no sense, but I imagine it means it does damage to the person's health. Probably should help this person with translations. Anyway, this does look pretty damn awesome, and I'll just show you it straight on the Draugrs. That wolf is starting to piss me off. I'm going to have to call these wolves. As you can see, it looks kind of demonic, and it is really demonic. As you can see. And it should be slowly affecting the Draugrs, I imagine. Yep, we can hear legs snapping here and there. Yep, there you go. You see, it's draining health as it goes. And we are seeing kneecaps fall as they go. Although it's not too powerful, but to be honest, when you're going to be faced against a horde of 75 plus Draugrs? Pretty much never. This one's called Cutting Wind, and it's very similar in a way to Air Blast, but with a different animation and effect. Basically, a cutting wind that does 60 points of physical damage per second to health. Stagger effect of 30%, added level spell 249. This reminds me, it's like a warp speed when you hear it as well. It's basically a disc, but it's not got much range. Dual wield, pretty much similar. Just more effective. Now let's get some Draugrs up their ass cracks. Let's get right close with this. You see, some of these spells visually look very powerful, while others, you know, don't look powerful, but they're fucking are, as you can tell. I mean, I've tested quite a few of these on enemies, but I've not tested some, and that's what I've not tested before on enemies, and that shocked me as well. Pleasantly, I should say. Again, for this next one, I'll show you both of these. We've got Electric Shock and the classic Electric Shock rune, similar to the fire one from earlier on. Again, this does 100 points of shock damage, and targets that fail to resist are paralysed for 5 seconds. Slightly different. Now, the Electric Shock is a basic thunderbolt that does 70 points of shock damage, 2 health, and half that to magicka, 30% paralyze effect. Now, to test this out for you guys, what I will do is I will lay a shock rune right about, well, I'll do it a bit closer I should say, because I don't want it too far. It's a bit dangerous if it's too far. Slap one right there. As you can see, it just looks a bit different. A group of Draugrs settling up for themselves. So what am I doing in that menu? No reason to be in there. Now let me shock. This is basically rapid fire shocks, as you can see. Not much special to them. If I get the aggro of a few of these Draugrs, they're going to walk into that rune eventually. I suppose. There you go. Yeah. I mean, that's a kneecap bringer, to be quite honest. And, you know, I'll just do that again real quick on some of these Draugrs that are running in circles like fucking turkeys. Might as well. Hello, Draugrs! Say hello to my rune, motherfuckers. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Now we come to Eternal Force Blizzard, with a quite simple description of any enemy die. With a cost of 8,308 magicka, I pretty damn assume it'll be a fucking master spell. Ugh, definitely. Now, it is dual wielded. I believe I can remember testing this. It was a few hours ago. I believe I remember the effect. Just to be safe, I'll come down here because I believe it is pretty damn powerful. And, you know, I don't want to kill Draugrs yet. I want to see what it looks like again to demonstrate. There we go. It's charged. No, it wasn't charged. You see, this is a very long spell to actually charge up. But I suppose you can imagine that. There we go. There you go. It's like a whirlwind effect, basically. And all enemy die. All enemy die. I suppose we could work something out and, you know, desecrate a few Draugrs. Why is it always lag when they're going for that wolf? It's like that wolf causes a brief lag. No matter, all you're gonna die, including you, wolf boy. Bye bye. And it seems to have frozen them as well, so a dual effect. Well, live it to it. Wait, I can see it. They're not dead. Yeah, I'm not dead yet, but they will die. Now they're dead. I was about to say no enemies died. Don't try and trick me. This next one is not anything special. I mean, it's pretty much run-of-the-mill default, really. Evil Lightning, expert level, 166 magicka, a thunderbolt that does 40 points of shock damage, 2 health, and half that to magicka. Again, it looks cool, but it's not that special. I mean, I was considering not showing you some of these because some of them do, well, aren't that great. But, you know, I've got to show them all to be fair, really, haven't I? There you go. Looks alright, you know, nothing's too special. It's that wolf, that goddamn wolf. And there you go. You know, not too powerful, doesn't look too good. Nah, not one of my favourites. Well then, it seems like this time when I reloaded, we've got quite a few humans instead. Actually, loads of revices. There's going to be many corpses for the pile in a second, because I'm showing you 3 this time. I'm showing you Frostball, Freezing Wave, which is one of my favourites, and a Freeze Rune. Of course, you know what that does. Basically the same as the other runes, besides you get an Ice Form effect. Now, I'll show you the Frostball, which is an adept spell, which is a spike of ice that does 1 point of frost damage to health and stamina, a Frost Explosion for 40 points damage in a 15-foot radius, blah 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 blah. I'll put the rune down first.
Need something?
Not really, just for you to die. I better watch out because these guys are lurking around a bit. There we go. Set my trap. Go back in the menu, find this one. I'll show you Freezing Wave as well, I'll read it out real quick. A Freezing Wave that does 125 points of frost damage per second to health and stamina. Targets move at 50% speed for 10 seconds if they survive, which they will not. Right, Frostball. Basically, Frozen snowman bombs. You know, nothing special again. Which I'm not even going to try on these enemies because I don't see a point in killing one of them because it'll just aggro them all. Especially when there's a few deers around. Well, they were, but they're running away. Oh, what a hit. What a prediction. The elk, but as you can see, not much damage at all. It's kind of a worthless spell. One of those, not worthy of your attention. But the freezing wave, oh yes it is. Again, this blasts out like a line of... where's that rune gone? There it is. It blasts... I'm not going to take them all out, I'll take half out. It basically fires out a line of ice across the floor, and it does look pretty damn good. As you can see, there it goes. I don't think it'll reach him, actually. There you go. Yeah, it actually reached him. It's still going. Although they didn't aggro to me, which is kind of funny. Which is good, actually, because I want them to actually, you know... I want them to come down here and walk into my frost room. I better go ahead and unequip this thing so I can aggro these guys. Let's have a look at this.
What happened?
What happened? What do you mean what happened?
Another corpse for the pile.
Nah, these guys, they are aggroing. Whoever these guys are, they're not aggroing, but I will fire a frost room right under your ass crack. Don't worry, my friend.
Yes, sirrah. Another corpse for the pile.
Yes, sirrah. These aren't even considered enemies. What a pile of... Kind of. It works somewhat. Let's just put some draugrs on. Another 75.
What might you need?
What? We got more reverses? What? What? No.
Need something?
No. No.
Yes, sirrah.
No. Ah. Yeah.
Another corpse for the pile. Yes. And what might you need?
Fire.
Yes.
We got like 150 reverses.
Need
Or
something?
reavers, I should say. Fire the goddamn rune.
Need something?
That's a bit better. That's demonstrated it for me. Pretty damn well. Even though these are alive, I believe. Are they alive? It's saying talk. There you go. They're dead. They are dead as wood. Let's move on. Now, here we come to one of my most favourite ones, which is probably my top 3, called Gale Cloak. A master level spell costing 415 to cast, and for 60 seconds opponents in melee range have a chance of being flung away. You see many flying legs. It's obviously cast doubly, and just you know, make this a bit more exciting. My draugrs seem to be back. I want to put a few more on. How many is that? It might lag a bit because I'm spawning loads on. What are they? Why are these on? Yeah, my frame rate's dropping a bit, I suppose. But what can you expect? There's about 250. 225, I should say. Yeah, roughly. Get ready for many flying legs. And that wolf is still trying to kill him. That wolf is one crazy mofo. There you go. Now this will follow me. As you can see in top right corner, it's active effect for a minute. This will follow me anywhere I go. Get ready for flying legs. Die, mothers! You see, not all of them get flung away because it's only a chance, but with this many enemies, yay! There's a massive chance. Yeah, a lot of legs are going through the air. A lot of kneecaps are spindling on their joints and bisecting sideways. But what do you expect? Yeah, I like it. It's one of my favourites. I can just imagine running through a dungeon like this and just doing a lot of damage. But it does send items flying quite far as well. Anything that's not stuck down goes flying. Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. Bye bye. Oh, poor elk. Poor elk. Anyway, this one is called Hellfire. A fire wave that does 60 points of fire damage per second, 2 health, stagger effect, 50% master level spell, 461 to cast. It's basically like the ice one, which sent an ice wave across the floor. This is pretty much similar. I'm actually going to make a mod to remove that one wolf out of the game. Seriously. And there we go. A lot of Kentucky Fried dead person. Anyway, let's move on to the next mod. Again, we have a very mediocre spell, Hellfire. Ball, so it's basically the last one but in a ball form. A blast of fire does 150 points of damage. Targets on fire take extra damage as always. Demonstrate one for you real quick. See, nothing special. Sounds good, looks good. But let's do a dual effect on some of these. See, nothing special, but it's still goddamn powerful. I mean, you know, that is a big group of draugrs. Still powerful. This one is called Hurricane. A hurricane that does 50 points of magic damage per second to health, blow off an enemy. Master level spell, 664 to cast. Now this is very similar to my favourite Gale Cloak, except it stays in one place. Here is one I made earlier. The game is lagging again, it seems, because of that goddamn wolf. I believe it's because the wolf is aggroing like 75 drogs at once, it just causes a slight stutter. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyway, I'll fire this right here to show my disapproval. Bye bye, joggers. Not too powerful, but not at first, but it does take quite a few kneecaps out over time. Yeah. It's one of those, if they've got a lot of health, it will take time, it won't kill them instantly. But because these are quite weak and that took a bit, to kill them, but still kind of cool. Two more lightning spells to show you. The first one is Lightning Ball, which is a lightning explosion of 1 point. It's basically the same as the Frost one I recently showed you, the Frost Ball, which was kind of weak sauce. And we've also got the Legendary Wave, which is like the across the ground effect. You can see what it does. You pretty much know what this one does. I'll show you the ball, which is kind of shit, if I'm honest. You see, nice little ball. Nothing too special. Again, that goddamn wolf. I'm going to have to relocate, I imagine, because this is messing my modding up. And I just received Nexus to the face. Thank you very much. Yeah, the lag's getting a bit unbearable right now. A bit unbearable. And that's not my fault. That's simply because this might be too short to cast. Please, 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 please. Yeah, slow down. Thank you very much. Get fried by my electric board. Oh yeah, mothers. Oh yeah. Guess what, folks? The wolf is dead. I finally decided to go around, find it, disable it, and, save over. So, no more wolf messing things up. This one is called Oil Wave, which, again, there's a few of these waves, as you can see, Poison Wave below, this and that. These look kind of sweet as well. An Oil Wave that does 25 points of magic damage per second, 2 health. Target is 50% weaker to fire damage for 10 seconds. As you can imagine, they've been covered in oil. Let's fire this. I believe you can do it single and double. Yeah, this is single. I'll fire it this way. It literally fires a wave in any direction you want. I mean, that does look pretty nice. Leaves some kind of slime on the floor, as you can see. I'm going to go in first person mode. Why is it lagging again? It shouldn't really be lagging. I think it's a glitch. I think because there's definitely more than 75 joggers there. Something's going on. I'll fire it down here real quick. So you can fire it through floors. Leaves a nice little sludge behind. Fire it through the air. Like a flying grimer, so to speak. Leaving a trail of filth behind. But of course, we want to see it on these bitches, don't we? It's a dual one. Again, quite a powerful spell. Master level spell, 373 magic. Let's have a quick blast of this, shall we? Let's have a quick blast. As you can see, it's pretty much analed an elk, lack of a better term. Let's go do some joggers. I might move to a different area after this because the joggers are starting to lag when I record now. Not liking it. Anyway, let's fire a dual one. And show some love. Again, not too powerful, but it took a nice little chunk out. The next one is called Poison Blow, and it's a poison explosion for 6 points of damage in a total of 15-foot radius. Again, similar to the other ones, very weak indeed. Target moves at 50% speed for 30 seconds, and it also damages the target's health by 6 points per second for 30 seconds. Yes, anyway, welcome to my new home. I've got some lurkers, and I'm at Pelagia Farm. What is that courier doing? Is he crazy? Anyway, let's fire this up. As you can see, it's actually glowing my armor. Just casting this, so it's quite powerful.
I've been looking for you.
No way.
Something I'm supposed to deliver.
No way. Can you believe this?
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
This guy's dying. I don't care. This guy's dying.
Sorry. Nothing.
Nothing, but here's something for you, my friend. Come here. Take that, bitch. You will run. Get the hell out of here. Right, let's try it on some of these lurkers then. As you can see, it's kind of deadly. At least it's on them. These lurkers are very high level, and holy crap, they're sending flying shit to me, whatever they are. I've never seen a lurker before. What are they doing to me? No, no. Time to run. Next up we have Poison Wave, which is very similar to the Oil Wave, just different textures. And it does 4 points of frost damage apparently, per second to health and stamina. Target is 70% weaker to poison for 30 seconds. Novice level. Now I just noticed something on my character, I don't know what it is, but I'll just show you real quick. Don't know what that is. I've downloaded a few mods recently that I've not tested, so it could be one of them. But I'm getting glowing eyeball syndrome. Whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, let's carry on. I've spawned on some Rodanes, Dragonborns. Melanos! Time for you to die, my friend. As you can see, there's something sticking out of my eyeball. Just forget that for now. I'm pretty sure it's got nothing to do with this mod, it's another mod. In fact, I should take my helmet off, but I'll do that in a second. As you can see, there's a shitty puddle behind. Let's do some damage to some Dragonborns. And the Rodanes are slowly getting the effect of this. And even better, they don't even aggro towards me. And they're still taunting me, they still want to die. So again, it's not that powerful, but it's still kind of good. And again, I've got no idea how much health these Rodanes have. Now for these last few, I'll just show them in straight after each other basically, without reloading anymore, because it's going to be faster and some of these are kind of crap. Anyway, rapid fire, basically as it says right there, not really that good. You just fire rapid balls and you can fire them pretty much rapidly, as you can see, and you get kind of a pot effect that falls off. A little pot smash. If I fire it on the Dragonborn, a fair amount of damage, you know, but not exactly anything great. Now, moving on to the Rock Blast. As you can see, a blast of rocket does 50 points of physical damage with a stagger effect of 30%. Hang on for a second while I move the microphone, it went slightly to the side. Apologise for any sounds right there. As you can see, you're basically throwing rocks, so it's like, you know, Yoda. But again, not too much damage, and that was a double effect as well. This one is called Silent Moon Flare, a blast of fire that does 30 points of damage while the moons are out. Extra damage absorbs 7 points of stamina from the target. So I imagine, in daylight, it should be non-effective. It's just like a fireball, like an effect, a nice orb around it. Still looks good though. I believe that didn't really do any damage. And I believe that's because we're in daylight. Anyway, let's move on to Four Thunder. I bet you thought I was going to say Sparks there. Nah. Not really. A Thunderbolt does 30 points of 130 points of shock damage to health and half that to Magicka. Now I believe this is like a, you know, kind of a crappy one, and there you go. I pretty much proved that. We've got Thunderstorm, which is a 200-point lightning explosion centered on the caster. So better move down here. Hello, Fried. I'm getting insults just thrown at me now, but
You want to talk to me after everything you've done?
you're gonna get more. Hey, Melanos! Take that! And you're all getting up. Thank God you're getting up. In fact, let's place a few more of you down. I think you're dying quite too. Move out my way, you stupid ass Dragonborns.
What a waste.
What a waste. Killing yourself, nothing like it. Anyway, Tidal Wave. Now, when I tested this before, it was quite large, but I tested it in a closed environment. So outside, I'm not sure. A Tidal Wave that does 100 points of frost damage per second to health and stamina. Target is 50% weaker to frost damage for 60 seconds. Target is also 50% weaker to shock damage for 60 seconds. And apparently this crazy ass spell is a novice level spell. Let me fire it this way for you guys. Of course, it's a dual wielding spell. Can't remember how long it takes to charge this one. It's instantaneous. Yeah, you can see why it's called Tidal, or whatever it was called. It's a big one. Let me aim high just to get these fudgers in sight. Bye bye. Oh, this actually killed them. It actually killed them all as well. I mean, like a little tsunami, it just completely wiped these out.
I've been looking for you.
Again. Now, just to clarify, people, this is a different career, not the same one as before. which is kind of weird. Alright, we've got a water wave now. Tidal wave is my new favourite. Water wave. A water wave that does 25 points of frost damage per second to health and stamina. Push effect 20%. Target is 33% weaker to frost damage for 10 seconds. Target is 33% weaker to shock damage for 10 seconds. And breathe. Now, let's test this out real quick. See, it's like a mini version of the tidal wave. I probably should have done this in the first place. If I had known these dragonborns didn't attack me and quite resilient, I would have used my said drogs and it would have saved reloading. Move! You son of a god. Nah. To hell with it. This one's fairly weak. Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of trolls. Ah, they got knocked back. Yeah. Read the letter from Rodin. Wait, what? Wait, is it read a letter from myself? I wonder what that is. If any of you know that, you know. How did I get a letter from myself? Anyway, let's move on. I'll read that in a second. We've got a whirlwind, which does a blast of wind that does 25 points of damage. I suppose I can test it right now in front of these guys. Yeah, it's fairly weak.
What a waste.
Causes like a slight stagger, but there's nothing much to it. Anyway, the last destruction spell is Wind Cloak. For 60 seconds, opponents in melee range take 8 points of magic damage per second, 10% chance of avoiding all damage. You move more quietly for 60 seconds. So here we go. So basically, it's just like an effect. An effect, basically. So melee range, so let me attack one of these guys.
Dangerous. That spell looks dangerous. Oh, keep your distance.
Yeah, I can't see nothing else difference to it. Anyway, let me move on to the next set, which I believe is Concentration. I'm not really sure, guys, but the letter I received from Rodin, I received a letter from myself, from the courier. Right, I'll just read it. It's not related to this mod, but it came from doing stuff in this mod. You may or may not realise this, but by taking care of Rodin, you have indirectly helped me. Don't worry about how I know it was you. I won't be informing the authorities, but I would like to reward you for your efforts. Please visit me at your earliest convenience. Rodin. So, Rodin sent me a letter because he wanted Rodin dead, and I, Rodin, killed Rodin, so Rodin was glad of that and sent me, Rodin, a letter. It's so confusing. It's like I've placed a bounty on my own head. Because I attacked myself, I placed a bounty on my own head, therefore I killed myself again, which kind of, this is like a paradox. This should not be happening. As far as the game hasn't crashed, my head's about to explode. I'm definitely going to visit that guy. I might do it at the end of the mod, this video. I don't know. If you're interested, you can always look at that. Anyway, let's move on. That is weird. Is that an Easter egg in the game? If you guys know about this, tell me. I don't know. I've never really... I'm getting sidetracked. I bet this video's already 20 minutes long. I just noticed. Anyway, Bound Soul Breaker. There's a lot of concentration spells. In fact, I'll show you some of the other ones first, because there is one, yes, that's right, there's one alteration spell, Become Ethereal, or that's how I pronounced it in the last video. One person commented saying, is that how you pronounce it? I thought you pronounced it a different way, and the way they're thinking of is ethereal. Now, you've heard me pronounce it both ways in the past, ethereal and ethereal. It's whatever catches my biscuit. If I'm in the mood to call it one or the other, I do. You've noticed that from me. Anyway, how I pronounce stuff is on the fly, and how I feel like it on that day. Anyway, I'll say ethereal just to make some of you happy. Anyway, you become invulnerable, unable to attack, blah blah blah. It's basically the shout, but now you can actually do it as a spell, which is, you know, kind of cool, I suppose. You know, same exact thing, nothing too special. Back into the menu. This is also an illusion spell from it called Dark Flame. Burns the target 80 points per second. Targets on fire take extra damage. Creatures and people up to level 51 will attack anyone nearby for 30 seconds. So I believe these guys will attack myself.
Spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
You sons of bitches placed a bounty on my head. Now, I don't know if they can attack each other. You know, he's running away. He's like, nah, smeg this, I'm out of here. Wait, he's running to attack that guard. Wait, the guard's coming to do me. He's just running away. Keep away, guard. You will die. Seriously, you will die. Let's move on. There is one power, actually. There's one power that comes with this, which is also classed under the spells, and it's called Overload. As you can see, I've already got it selected. 15 seconds, you will get the Magicka Infinite, and all resist magic. But it is very risky. I don't know why it's risky. I assume I've tried it loads of times, even without good mode, and not really seen a risk. Besides, it creates a massive explosion of a crater, which yeah, can be risky to some people, I suppose. I'll demonstrate it now for you, and you get, like you said, it's like a complete, it's like God mode itself. 15 seconds, you've got infinite magicka, and you resist all types of magic.
By order of the Jarl, stop right there.
You're gonna die in a second, my friend. Here we go.
I'm going to find whoever.
You want to use the power today? No, wait, God mode didn't turn on. Sorry about that. I forgot I restarted the game. There we go. You know. We've got an assassin, check the shadows. It's me. That's the Dragonborn. That's the Dragonborn voice, by the way. That is you talking, a Dragonborn. If you've not heard the Dragonborn voice, that's your voice. Heart attack. And if you've got thinking like I have, like this, you can see, God knows, look at all that buff and all that fire and all that desecration. Wait, what the? Where have their bodies gone now? The bird's actually having a fit. It's like, what the? That's a body. That is a body. I thought that was a bird. What the? You see, testing mods can be fun. This review's kind of got sidetracked. It's such a big mod. It's got extremely sidetracked. And the quest of the Flying Dragonborn has never been so crazy. Yeah, I think he's got liquid ass. He definitely has. He's on one. I can't believe I thought it was a bird. It was so small. God. I feel sorry for that guy. Where's he gone? I don't care. There he is. Whoa. He's everywhere. That guy's a trooper. Anyway, let's place a few more Dragonborns.
Don't set anything on fire, all right?
You see, the Dragonborn is scared of myself. Why couldn't we have this voice in the game originally? Because this voice is... It's a kind of an alright voice. I kind of recognise it from somewhere though. Don't know where. Anyway, let's move on to Conjuration. We got Bound Soulbreaker. When she summons Soulbreaker for 60 seconds, sheath it to this spell. Improves the caster's armor rating for 60, armor rating by 100 for 60 seconds. Health regenerates 150% faster for 60 seconds. So this is basically a buff. It doesn't do no damage. It's basically like you know, just buffing yourself basically. Sheath it. Apparently it dispels it, but you know, I can notice no difference. There you go, it's dispelled properly. Now let's go on to conjure Blue Frame Atronic.
What a waste.
You know, it's basically a blue Atronic, nothing special about it. You see, yeah, much difference. If I attack one of these guys, I think it will aggro. Attack these people!
Dangerous.
Attack these people now. Nah, my Atronic's just not interested. But I don't think you really need to see what these do, you know what their attacks are like. Tech that for calling me a melon nose. This is basically the same one, it's just much bigger. This is a great Atronic. Longer time to cast, of course. It's like a giant version. To finally dispelling away from now, so I can actually walk around. We've got a blue flame thrall, which is like one of them, but just kind of flies around like a wisp. These conjurations are the most boring part of the mod because I'm not really a conjuration kind of guy.
This can't be happening.
You know. Did you say son of God? You mean Jesus? Let's go to conjure Dark Flame. Again, it's similar to this one, it's just, you know, darker in colour. You notice I'm getting through these quite fast because conjurations aren't my favourite. I'll say it again, they're not my favourite. And they aren't anything special really. We've got an Earth Atronic. Basically like the, I forgot what they're called, I believe they are called the same thing here. Basically one of these guys, you know, looks like Senior Socks from the Dark West. Let's go down to Hell Flame Atronic, which I believe is the fire version. I looked at these earlier, like I said. These aren't really too special, and I want to get through these fast because this video is already going on long enough. We've got Conjure Heretic Dremel Lord. This is like if I remember, Daedra Lord in white armor. Yeah. You see, I believe that's a female this time. I'm pretty sure I got a male last time. Oh, back away, back away, back away. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. We got a Frost Atronic, super as well. There you go. Right, simple. And some of these enemies, conjurers, are actually some of the unique enemies you actually get in the game. As part of this mod, I believe you get 10 or more unique enemies with this mod, and some of them. There you go. That's my wind Atronic, basically a wolf familiar. We've got the energy stealer, which is this is a bit more interesting now. We've got not crappy followers. It's basically an energy stealer. I think you fire a sword out. It's basically a sword you fire at the enemy. It sticks inside of them, which looks cool. It does 30 points of damage on impact. Concentrated poison damages stamina by 100 points. Absorb 3 points of stamina from the target. Target moves 50% slower for 7 seconds. I'll demonstrate this for you right now. That kind of stuck in my my own wolf there, but you know, failure. There you can see. You know, I like that. I'm not sure if the original game's got something like that, but I just like how it fires out. You know, you ever received a sword to the kneecap? Now you have. Now, move on to. As you can tell, I'm getting very tired. I've been up for 30 hours now, and this is killing me. A magic sword that does 5 points of damage. And steals magic, I believe it says as well. Basically the same, just different colour. Same type of sword, but still kind of cool. We've got Soul Breaker, which is a magic sword that does 250 points of damage. Targets that resist are paralysed for 30 seconds. This is a dual equipped mod that needs a charge. Quite a big charge as well. And as you can see, it's one massive Devil May Cry kind of sword. I went straight through his arsehole and made the man of that guy. We've also got the Soul Eater. 25 points of damage, absorb 10 points of health. Similar to the other ones, just again different colour. There you go.
Oh, what happened?
We've got Soul Taker, which is a magic sword that does 10 points of damage. If the target dies in 30 seconds, it fills a soul gem. A magic sword that does 9 points of damage. So this is basically the soul gem variation. Apparently my familiar there was a female. Never knew that. Right, this one, that's pretty much the best one you can get. Right, Summon Black Diamond Golem. I'll bring this one on first, because the last one's probably the best. There you go. Simple, it's like a Frost Atronic, just, you know, different colour. This one is the best. What's its name again? It's called Bahamut, or Bahamut. Yeah, I might as well tell you. It's a dragon. There you go. Conjure a dragon. There's a few mods for that, I believe, you know, but now we've got our own, which is kind of doing the spiral effect. Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah, it's gone. I believe that is finally all the spells shown. Now, how long have I been doing this now? 20 minutes, maybe longer? I knew it was going to take a lot of time, and just imagine what I've got to do in editing. Oh, I am so screwed. And so tired. Yes, I've showed you them all. I was just double checking for you right there. But guess what? It's not over yet, folks, because there is 10... What the... My dragon almost anal raped me. There's more to come. There's unique weapons, which I will show you straight away. There's no point cutting out these weapons. Yes, a lot of weapons. We have got the Aquamarine Staff, which a fire explosion for 100 points of damage in a 15-foot radius. Let's equip this, and let's show you what this does. Dragon, stop getting in my way, please. You see, these are basically just normal kind of effects. We've got the Black Ice Blade, takes 25 points of damage, frost damage, to health and stamina. This sword looks actually quite nice.
It's dangerous. Keep your distance.
There you go. Simple, yeah, effective. We've got the, what's that say? Citrine Staff, a Thunderbolt that does 150 points, blah, blah, blah. I think I'll let you read that from now on, because I'm getting really tired and I can't tell. So, dragon, move. So, I will select these, and you can basically read it. I'll read the name, Cobalt Staff. You can pretty much see what it does by pausing the video, I suppose. It'll make this go a bit faster as well, I suppose, I don't know. The Crimson Staff. This will be fire nonetheless, yes.
I'm going to find whoever did this.
Well, you did this to yourself, my friend. Diamond staff. Ooh. I wonder what that does. That's a Fuzz Radar / wind effect. Let's spawn a few more. Oh, I finally leveled. Oh, Dragon Soul absorbed. How did I get a Dragon Soul? Don't ask me how I got a Dragon Soul. Maybe that dragon died and it gave me one. That's got a lot of information, so this will do a lot, I suppose. Oh, it's going to this effect. Whoa! Flying Dragon Balls! I'm not firing, by the way. I stopped. You will run! See you next fall. The Rainbow Staff. Unpredictable effect. Now, what could that be? Yeah, I thought the rainbow style colour on the front of it. Whoa! Ho, 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 ho. That was kind of epic, to be quite honest. Kind of epic. Too epic for my kind. You might have seen red writing going across your screen there. Split second. That's just me checking if I was still recording. Because if I wasn't recording, I've been recording for 20 minutes and I would have been screwed. That's how tired I am. But this is a big mod, and let's see what it does now. See, it's a different effect every time. Hey! Look what it did! It's turned him into a sweetroll man! A sweetroll man! Never in my past have I seen this. Sweetroll man! Come here, Dragonborns! This is like the stuff that I think Sheer Gorath would use. Let's have a look at this. That's killing him. Need more Rodins. We've got a farmer. Broken kneecaps. There we go, going over here as well. Sweetroll man, that has got to be the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Has that ever been made before in a mod? I don't know if it has, but you know, that's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get a few more Dragon Bones on. What the hell just happened? This is definitely an unpredictable staff. Something just set off. Oh, I know what I did. I accidentally pressed the Z button, which of course sets off the power. Sapphire staff. I like the rainbow staff. That is kind of cool. Sapphire just kind of electric attack. I'd be surprised if anyone's still watching this, you know, because even though I'm reviewing this quite thoroughly, you know, this is kind of killing me to do. Flying legs, flying legs, flying legs. To be honest, I wanted to edit this tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be editing this until I go to sleep and wake up, because I don't think I've got enough energy. What's that? Alright, Rodane's the Destroyer. I thought that was some kind of Sweetroll Man 2.0. We've got our Staff of Destruction. Kind of crap. We've got the Freezing Wave. I'm Gandalf. Oh, more like the other guy, whatever his name is. I can't remember. I'm too tired to remember his names. You know, the white one. The white mage. You know, getting kind of suitable. This is getting tiring, but I've got to commit myself. Goddamn armies of these guys. Where's Sweetroll Man? There he is.
I'm going to find.
Sweetroll man. Hey, hey, hey. I just wanna be a Sweetroll man.
What happened?
That's what happened. Pika Pig. You just feel like Pikachu when something goes down like that. That looks good. Staff of Poison Blue. Wait, what's that? Is that like... Oh, it's anal bleeding. Oh.
I'm going to find
Whatever that's done. Sweetroll Man, where are you going? Don't move them sexy legs. Stay there. You are mine. I've got plans for you, Sweetroll Man. Yeah, I've got an orb stuck on my my staff. Water wave. Oh, we all know what this is gonna do, guys, and you're all gonna love it. Die! The White Rose Shopping Centre. Whoa, where did she come from? I must have spawned her on. Yeah, I must have spawned her on. Staff of Wind Spirit. Must be in that staff I just fired. That's also conjured. My conjuring. What the? What the? Don't you dare kill my sweet roll, man. Tanzanite staff. Again, looks kind of cool. That's kind of a nuclear. Report success to Javar. See, so Javar also wants me dead. 2 people want me dead. Why Ice Blade? Come here and take my blade up your crevice.
Oh, what happened?
Kind of cool. Not special, not special, not special. Anyway, that's all the weapons done. I'm getting happy. It's almost over. I love the mod, but I'm so tired. These are the items we get. I'll go through these real quick. We get the Aegis Shield, or whatever. 50% chance to reflect melee damage and back to the enemy. But I can't talk them, I'm so tired. Back to the enemy while blocking ignores 80% of all physical damage. We've also got these items. The Amber, which you stagger 25% less, and foes stagger 25% more. We got the Aquamarine. Again, I'll let you guys read because this will seriously kill me reading this and it'll take longer. Yep, that's a good weapon. Yeah, buddy, that's good. The ones I've got equipped are from different mods. That's the Bosma mod from the last episode, by the way, in case you ask. Yep. Philosopher's Stone. Nice little cross-reference there. Then we got the full Philosopher's Stone. The Red Spinel, or Spinel. Whatever the hell that says. Rodo Crostiite. We've got another shield, the Savalin. While blocking, creates a ward that protects against spells for up to 200 points. We've got the Tanzanite. And the Tourmaline. That's all the little items you can collect and buy and find on your defeated foes. And we've also got these 3 items which you can craft at the special table outside of Arcadia's Cauldron. We've got the Potion of Berserk, which, as you can see, basically what it does right there on your screen. We've got Power Juice. Again, I'll you read that. And we've got Wizard's Brew. Yeah, so, they're kind of cool as well. We've also got, you can also find these scrolls, which is basically the spells I've already shown you, just in scroll form, which of course kind of worthless. I believe that is almost all of them, besides one final thing. This here, we've got a rainbow sweet roll. Yeah, 200 points of health, 200 points of magicka per second. A rainbow sweet roll. Yeah, that's why you've got a rainbow sweet roll, man. That looks dirty. Anyway, that is pretty